So I put some new asphalt down. I actually was able to save the manhole or man cover as you see over there. And I did bring this up a little. I think I still need to sand down a little bit of the left side of the fire station, the driveway there, just to make it a smooth transition into the road. But the other side came out pretty good. I like how it's lifted up a little bit on the curb, so the curb is a little bit more scale as far as the depth of it, so it's not as high as it used to be. And I definitely like how the pavement turned out. It definitely looks like new asphalt has been put down, which is the look that I was going for. So here we are with the first layer of ground cover. It's fine dirt, real dirt. And I also put some static grass patches in, which is kind of a golden color. This is a fall scene, so we're not going to have a lush green type of scenery here. I'm trying to duplicate that. And it looks pretty good, I think. You can still see the Mod Podge there on the rock face. It'll dry clear though. I'm going to move on to the next layer, which is going to be a bit more green. But like I said, we're not going for a lush type of scenery. All right, let me get back to the fun. All right, here we are with some green. So I added some fine stuff, which is the Woodland Scenics burnt grass. And then I also added a bit of coarse turf, a material called Farm Blend from Scenic Express. Then I put some leaf litter down because there's going to be some trees in the area. And of course, it's late fall in this section. I think it came out okay. Nice blend. So as you can see, we have the pop out insert where the lines are showing through. So I'll have to get some bushes and put them in so that you don't see that big crease, especially on the right. So I'll take it out to do that, and also to put the trees in, at least in that section. And then I'll have to crawl back there to do this section here along the wall. And that little section over there on the far left. But it's coming along. Good progress. All right, let me get back to work. All right, here we are back. I've planted several trees here of the fall persuasion, late fall specifically. I wanted to create that sparse look in late fall. So you see that there are some trees that don't have any leaves on them, or very few. I did throw in a bit of color for variation. And I think it complements the ground cover very well. We don't want any lush green because the grass is becoming dormant. We want the trees and ground cover to make sense. Also, I started to cover up the edges of the pop out. So I'm gonna have to go in while this is in place and do a little bit more blending. I taken the pop out to the other room so I could work on it on the workbench. What I see now, just from this, that I do have a little bit more to do, which is fine. As I move over here to the right, try not to make you dizzy. You can see where we've cut down the top of the tunnel, and I've added some trees there along with ground cover as well to create a bit of depth from that view to the back wall. So So I think with the rock work, this scene is coming along. Still have my blue painter's tape back there. I need to get that off eventually when I call this section almost done. And then I also have to get the roundhouse back in here as well. So I still have more work to do. We're not done yet, so let me turn this thing back off and get to work. Just wanted to say this stuff right here looks pretty interesting in this stage for something that'll eventually look pretty good. Okay, so I've got the wall where the holes were from the screws patched up. They're not clouds, even though I might be able to get away with those. Ugly clouds, but nonetheless clouds. But no, now we're ready for painting. Also did the same thing on the fascia. Here's a look at the fascia, all patched up and ready to go. I actually used wood filler here. Originally I used spackle, which would have worked, but I decided in some sections to add the wood filler. So we're ready to be painted. Okay, not a whole lot to look at here. I just wanted to show the hillside. All I've done to it since Peter was here was put this Sculptamold down. I didn't want to get too far ahead of myself because some of this may be ripped out once I do the structure that's going to go to the entrance to the other room. As you can see right now, it's a hot mess. But visitors like to see a work in progress. So this is where we're at with it. All right, so here's where I'm at with this tenement scene in preparation for the open house, the Piedmont pilgrimage this year. This is where I've gotten, and I must say this has turned out really nice. I'm happy where it ended up. Still some more work to do, but this will be a good presentation. Over back here, back of this building, I did some hill work in the back there, planted some trees to give an illusion that there's something going on behind there. If you look on the end of the building, I added an extension to that to give it some depth before the flat in the back corner. So yeah, this is definitely going to be fun to continue to work on, but I'm happy where it's at now. Here I planted some grass and put some ground foam down. I think that turned out pretty good as well. Got the little alley here, which eventually I'll do some detailing. It's all in the details. All right, as you can see, I've got the walls painted up on both sides. It's not 100% match, but it's what I had on hand. And at this point in time, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any backdrops on the walls yet. So maybe if I decide to keep it like this, I will do a better job of matching, but the camera actually picks this up more than the naked eye does, so it doesn't really look that bad, except on video. You can actually see a few of the spots that I covered up. But this will be fine to have it ready for the open house. Okay, fascia has been painted, and it does make a transformation. There is a level of uniformity to the entire room because of this, and I'm really happy how that came out. Also done in the other room. We'll take a look at that in a second. But I really like how that turned out as well. All right, so here's the fascia in the other room, in that closet area, as well as the valance. Didn't get much work done in the actual switching area. This was the most that I got done. And Peter actually put this sculptor mold in, and I haven't done nothing to it since that work has been done. So we got a lot of work to do in here, but I'm happy that we at least got to that point.
The theory is that maybe with successors, you need to do that through this.